Can AI help us analyze options to manage risk and increase our potential profits? We will look at 3 ways that we can use GPT-4o to analyze options. If you don't know anything about options, here's a quick recap. An option is a financial contract that gives you the right but not the obligation to buy or sell something in the future at a price that we agree upon today. In order to get this contract, you have to pay a premium. There are 3 main players in the options market. First, we have the hedger, somebody that wants to protect themselves from sudden changes in prices. Second, we have speculators, people that take directional positions in order to make a profit. And finally, we have arbitrageurs. These are people that find price disparities in order to make a profit with little to no risk. Hedgers usually have it pretty easy because you want to protect a percentage of your portfolio and you need to buy the necessary option contracts in order to do this, and do not touch these contracts until the expiration date. Arbitrageurs have it pretty hard because it is pretty complicated to find price disparities and also being the first one to exploit these price disparities. Therefore, we will be looking at 3 ways to complement your analysis in case you are trading options as a speculator. But before starting, I want to thank our dear subscriber, Salvatore Viticchie, for giving us this amazing video idea. First, if you want to enter into a straddle or strangle position, you're basically taking a directional position in volatility. So you want volatility to increase or decrease in order to make a profit. Implied volatility and historical volatility can help you understand and look at patterns in order to analyze if these strategies make sense for you. Also, options tend to be more valuable if you have a higher volatility. So if you want to complement your analysis on evaluation of an option, you can use this first use case. With the following prompt, all prompts and code can be found in a Google Doc in the description, we get the following response. So now we will copy that into RStudio and we have to run the following code. After running all this code, we have the following answer. As you can see in red, we have the implied volatility in comparison with the historical volatility in blue. So using this graph with your own data about a particular option that you would like to trade, you can have a relationship between the volatility that is implied with the option and the actual volatility that happened. So you can assess if the option you want to trade is actually valuable in the future, and also what relationship can we find volatility metrics for strangle and straddle strategies. Second, assume you can't find the Greeks of an option by public means, but you want to know the theoretical price of an option and also the Greeks that are embedded into that option. Using AI and RStudio, we can get that information. We will write the following prompt and we get the following response. All this code will be copied into RStudio in order to find the Greeks and the theoretical price according to the Black-Scholes-Merton model. Now we go to RStudio and we load all of these data. Now, in order to replicate your specific experiment, S stands for the current stock price. We are going to put 150. K is the strike price. Strike price will be 155. R is the risk-free interest rate. Right now it's about 5%. Time to expiration in years is 6 months, so it will be 0.5. And the volatility of the underlying asset is about 20%, so we'll put 0.2. What type of option is it? It is a call. And what dividend yield does it have? In the case of Apple, it has a 0.52 dividend yield. We will print and we have the following response right here. We can see the theoretical price of the stock according to the Black-Scholes-Merton model is about $7.7. We have the delta, gamma, vega, rho, theta, and the elasticity of the option in case you cannot find it in free public sources for yourself. Finally, if you want to find a relationship between the expiration date, the strike price, and implied volatility, we can use AI to help us find that relationship. We will write the following prompt and we get the following response. All of this code will be copied and pasted into the RStudio IDE. Now we go to RStudio and we have all of this code that we have to run. Remember, we're using synthetic options, which means that they are using data for demonstration purposes. You can put actual real data into this model in order to have a real output for your specific case. And after writing all of this code and running it, we have this cool 3D map of the 3 variables. As you can see, we have implied volatility, expiration date, and strike price. And you can see the map that outlines the relationship between these 3 variables. So you can assess what specific scenario works best for your specific use case. You can even hover around the graph and find that, for example, you have for April 1st, 2023, with a strike price of 165, an implied volatility of 0.288. Now remember that you have to put your own real data into this model to make it work and have real applications for you. Now you know 3 ways to analyze options using ChatGPT and RStudio. Remember, AI can give you false answers. You must understand the underlying financial concepts as well as the data analysis process to make sure you have a proper model and that you are using AI responsibly. Options are derivatives with a lot of risk that must be understood before even considering any strategy. If you want to learn more about these derivatives, comment down below so we can create a video for you. Option trading can be very profitable, but considering your risk profile and preferences, you may consider other options that have lower risk and higher return ratios on the long term. Using all the tools that we have available in order to analyze the world around us should be a normal part of our everyday lives. Before considering investing your money into options, stocks, or bonds, you have to understand what goals do you have beforehand. If you want to learn how personal finance can help you become wealthier and happier faster, click here to find more. See you all in the next one. Ciao, ciao.